top online radio so na motie. Ye programming a program needing a trending digest. Na answer na ye be start no. Me pese me bo omo time mechi ejumaku omo time mechi ama ejume ekoso certified accountant UK limited inti wow we a bibia to do with accounting or tax returns bibia what the die omo be shena omo yama kama omo phone number ye 0208 226 4933 and adwumadie ya ye die se wo waje insurance a ye studio number ne ye 0208 133 5878 mesremo wa adwenkyere bia na ye kasa na ye kakra ye bebie line atom nti obi abetumi akire na dwen na me wie ni sanso a me wo abejafo mema kentin kafo mienu a ende me ni o matna se a ye be kyerɛkyerɛ ya dwen e wo programming so enti no mesre se meyi mapamfo akire nipa me obedi nkan me di beyi na akire ya brother your friend from NPP your friend Kwame Boateng NPP UK branch organizer Kwame Boateng, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you very much, my sister.
Welcome. And as about NDC so your brother Said Sabato or your NDC communication team member Said Sabato. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening, Nana.
Say Bibi Aboko.
Hi, any day. Yami Adam, you go so.
It's a Boateng. I hope say Bibi Aboko.
Yes, Daroma. Ye pa ye church Ghana for nyina. Omo mutie ewo Ghana ne omo mutie ewo abroad nyina. Ana ye so na me enchadom present odi amaye awudi oman no so hwe oman yi. Ana abebanko akufo ade na birthday chi ye church nyina.
Biajo so Sabato akwaba o. The Simon akwaba biom.
Nana meje so. And
Mr. Boateng, we are MPP now. I think they said let's start a question also. Then candidate Ekufuado anybody womia. That time no one be a president. And you almost buy no. Almost your campaign, you know. One of our messages are not the be almoka ne say economy no a weak inti and NDC for President Mahama. Then candidate Ekufuado and any bawumia say almost aqua IMF. There's almost bounty no aqua IMF and say no. Yatiti, yes, yatiti, say no. MPP abanye bedi ade almost so call. And to me, Pacha will make you a gentry. Omo ye pe. The Mahama can say, Wundi president that won't mean kana sem. And we say, ye trouble on a sa. And he said, Yamu can yeno, Muasumo say, I be say, more the omo bo mamu, and I'm also my bone, said to say MP NDC for so no my bone. And to make you a gentry.
Well, on him I'm bebre. But I think say Nanado any Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Omoka say Mahama are born back in the days now. I think so no mudika. You know, no omudika because you see when Mahama took us to IMF now, that was because of overspending. Ska no madi. I'm a Ghana Sikan Academy.
Me pacho mami nyana mi rain fi mi nchawa no. Omo time ne na overspending. And say mumu di ana mo kwana no eden.
Well, you have to realize that the world is actually in an economic shock right now across the world. I mean, your friend is saying GDP, even your friend saying inflation in the UK at some point did stand at 700% not long ago. 18 so said there's a Ukraine war. There is COVID that has also engulfed the world and actually dipped the world economy by a landslide. The World Bank actually estimated said the whole world economy in 2022 would dip by 2.9%. It tells you, say, the whole world is in economic crisis. If you are to even you can't even stand to compare it to 2015 when then President Mahama took us to for bailout for policy credibility. In this instance, there is a shockwave across the world, and it's not just Ghana in a peculiar situation. I'm more caught for IMF bailout. There are many other countries in Africa that have done that. We have South Africa that's gone to IMF. We have Ivory Coast that's gone to IMF. We got Egypt that's gone to IMF, just to name a few. And when you try to compare the two scenarios, I think that you are trying to compare apples with oranges, so to speak. In this particular space that we find ourselves, there's no country that will say they have escaped from the shocks of COVID and then from the shock of the Ukrainian war that has actually brought hardship across the world. I mean, in the UK, I know say Sabato UK. I know say the cost of food has actually gone up exponentially. The cost of fairness and food from the supermarkets have gone up across all sectors. You will know say your £10 does not stretch to £10 anymore. The last figures that I checked, £10 in 2018. In 2020, £10 is devalued by 30%, right? So you can't compare your spending power to what it was before. And it cuts across, and it cuts across governments as well. But notwithstanding that, the government of Ghana is still committed to making sure, say, they understand the plight that Ghanaians faces. No country in the world was able to give or to present its with unpaid electricity and water and include other utilities as well. And we should commend the president for what he has done and what he continues to do. He understands the hardship that the COVID and then the Ukrainian war has brought to the average Ghanaian. I don't think that the UK government did give you free utility coverage for the length of time that the president did. And I think that for everything, we should be commending the president for what he has done and what he continues to do. He says we know how to bring the economy back to life, but we don't know how to bring human beings back to life. So that alone should tell you how much care that the president has for the average Ghanaian. And I think that he's carrying all of us with him. He's actually been transparent in the terms of the economic hardship that we find ourselves. And he's committed to actually working with us and for us. All the flagship programs that he has initiated, I don't think that any of them is going anywhere. The free SHS is still in full swing. One district, one factory is still in full swing. Planting for food is still in full swing. The roads, the road infrastructure that he has continued to build, they are still in full swing. This is not something that is being put in a green book for people to go and look at face in the sky or some pictures from other countries. This is something that is in existence, and you can see it, you can feel it, you can touch it. Now you go to Ghana, you find children being in school in boarding house. Back in the boarding house was reserved for the few privileged. I mean, I myself, I didn't get the opportunity to go to a boarding school or to go to secondary school. But today, I see my friends and my office for they have had the opportunity to experience some of the friends the luxury that Sabato did experience going to great boarding schools in his lifetime. So I think we should all be cheerful. I would say I am able
let me say, and your topics in the door, so Pema Quina Sabato, so also actually not doing Sabato, me pacho question, or person me repeat it, and are we okay with it? Why didn't you?
Yeah, Obapa, yeah, can I say, Obapa, Nana, I'm okay with that, but let me start beginning from where all these things happen. just last week, we had a demonstration called Arise Ghana Demo, which was heated a lot within the Accra per se, and we all witnessed how the police handle some of them. It's due to this that has brought us to go to the IMF. But we are here today because of lack of bad management, the bad leadership, the super incompetent of Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, and especially Ken Ofori-Atta. That has brought us here. I heard my brother was saying that, during the COVID, Nana Akufo-Addo did give light free, they share water free, they give a lot of things free. But at the moment, we are paying for that. That's the reason why they brought COVID levy 2021. And it was passed in Parliament. So the amount that you but my colleague started with Brofo, so I think
Obia sending me messages said Brofo ne also.
And dear na me can say na me nua kwa me ka say omuma ye nsuo free, omuma ye nkane free, omuma ye aduane free. And also nti and omo introduce COVID levy 2021. Say COVID recovery and the kura say what the kai ko Ghana. Who say wom COVID recovery wom ye charge you say tua. And no ye de nya. Minia kwa me the whole world is only Ghana now kwa unya COVID levy. COVID didn't koyen so ye charge yes ye tua musika. Because abai the free say was say sika bi wo. Nti no sa asem na ya na mo ka no. Eya munja enye free no de ma ye. Minia ba ye WAHALA de maka say a poor leadership. Nana Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia ne Ken Ofori-Atta omabon. In fact, they no omo ka kire ye opposition time no. Enye no omo ye ne nne. So omo ye no ma ya enka baby e we nka enye hwane ye wo. Unim say aban we Nana Akufo-Addo aban we for republic. And when you sika chen aban bia, when you huge amount of 500 billion Ghana cedis, Nana, 500 billion Ghana cedis.
To me, I na mafia I na me you. I ubo with him.
This is a public domain. So yasha resources. Yasha every year biya sika winya up to 6 years. Up to 6 years, sika aban we kwame ne na aban nsemu no. Compared to the previous years, I know mo ye na ye nibi. Sisi ade perhaps in Kiyakui and Kawasa president in Ghana for Casa first of all. One of my Casa. Adia Chekran Sana Yabemusa elect a year and in them. You talk to the Ghanaian general, then so that they can support you. Now, Okwa Ebia good deal here. And but since president in Kasaye, the vice in Kasaye, finance minister in Kasaye, a book a crown, Monsam Fambu Ghana for. But you NPP are buying pay. NPP are buying a woman, Yapapako for Dan. And yet, you in the end of 4 days, they discipline him. Or my bones, or my person, a catcher on my book. Minyaba, Oko, Minya Ekase, or see any time they name you can see a cockra because not be BNC, but yenya crisis or Ghana. Do you so
crisis there?
Crisis, do you so deal with us for 3 good years? Emma, industry.
I don't know, say mismanagement. And
I mismanagement.
Crisis.
Minyaba,
Ukraine war.
NPP for where there. NPP for where there. Who be the but me kawaha ebi abeti mase. Do you so ne buy companies, even hotels, bebre a shout down. A man for njuma say I know the challenges braye and you 1 year because Mahama heritage Dumuso ya dia yeni na ye no na Dumuso wa Ghana, and we were depending on Akosomo for this all years. And Timama Tamono, net demand of supply no anyhow. But Obiaso Yan can any be into the any and not in the mama de Ameri any car power buy. Yansoa, we spent $1 billion at the Atuabo gas. at least ye gas ye kraba no ye betimi atimi Ghana hona ye betimi generate best 60%, which we are doing. Clearly ye chira we say engineer so tie me call IMF no.
1 minute.
Satam no so ye call IMF no. Now ye oil eye back pe. Ye discover 2 oil funds and ye did 2017. So clearly wo ba wo kuta 3 oil funds. Ni nachi any cover di kraba ye hwesika amaman for di amaye. Ni nachi na se utimi ja na hwe Ghana for anim. Udi sika we na 2020 election all because you wanted to win election. Na mo di sika ni na so be ka kire ye say you covered abantu o ma bia ho kire na me nua ba. Let's refer them 2016 na no mo ye dede no. Aden na Ivory Coast for call IMF. Aden na Togo for call IMF. Why is Burkina Faso not in IMF program? Media neighbors no na ehwe. And aden na Burkina Faso petrol prices ewo from. Aden na Cote d'Ivoire de ewo from. Why is Togo fuel prices down? Aden na yankwa ye show muntemu no ye de boy den. Entimi perhaps you have failed as a government. Meaning someone responsibility and Kambase said the Boris ye you resign and go. Now I was so be take over. Then you take over.
I say 1 minute, me sign extra minute na me the ma no aye we so enti ne ye be call your next question so anti etie for to say asema me bi say no me nia Kwame Boateng NPP branch organizer UK ojina ne nan so that's ojina baby ojina ne say NDC for call IMF no omo de ne mismanagement but NPP for the any die it was omoko because crisis Ukraine war and a COVID-19 enti it was omoko ntie for Muama Suma I'm say Kwame Boateng me say aba osubium do you think say CCCA moko IMF moko problems ayewo current situation ayewo me betimi asolve the crisis ayewo mo no say moko IMF na betimi asolve
Mami and clear something some lies that my good brother was about to peddle a moment ago. One, there is Ivory Coast, Egypt, South Africa, who at this moment have gone for IMF bailout. So just in case he's not aware, I'm more than happy to share the data. Oh, just in case on your aware, your man as to unimwa me the data ne be man no so bedtime okoda naja wetimi akenkan bi ehu sene etie because na menu about to ne yanom omutimi etutu mfuturo egu enkrofo ani hwe he mentioned something $500 billion I say nanado aban enya ska bia en so sada I know so no menu about to asamo kan enya no kore hwe the Ghana as a country
say niebe boa ye ne say ye topic ni na wi a memo obi ama ne final submission say oka bibi na say woni ne nya nya na wa tworo
me the proper kwam until asem aka so me ba beka
okay
say sika na oboy no no so no enya no kre because Ghana ye GDP sika ye nya
mankasa dollars brakame mankasa dollars o me cedis.
Oh, now cedis
500 billion cedis.
Menu as a cedis crown outboard because yearly projected income for Ghana, which increase every year on year. No? Okay. For 2019, okay, it was 85.9 billion cedis. Entino senanado ababe diso for all these for 5 years. Now so even we accumulating a crumple that way, crumple now. You don't actually get 500 billion. Menya and also no utran troka cry to the also to na fe yento aso. Again, doom so and menka se kanea ne wo ho a esum obia from Nkrumah time up until 2016. But I will tell you this, not under any of the previous governments have we experienced doom. Send your experience what a friend is saying Mahama time. When back in between 2012 up until 2016, Udu Ghana, but you say Ghana, yet muno. Well, Ghana kuno, yet nika juma, economy, because baby obedubian near so generator esiso. Oshe wiema because musi no, ye wo efuo bi mu na obi hye nija. Baby ayiku Accra memuna making because everybody has actually gone to buy generator and not even small generator plants, radio stations, media houses. This back then no more running in patterns. They couldn't run 24-hour programs. Some you can actually tell Ghanaians. But today, and then utimiko baba no akoni ye youth anytime they obedu obia and Mahama obedu hono ye youth na ye dum kanea na say utino ye half na ka half now they sikrum. I say your friend is saying a common issue. But what I'm trying to say is the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo put an end to this doom so that we find today.
For 1 minute. The question, what time I say IMF na ye corner ebeboa na say M1.
The IMF that we found ourselves today, I tell you, say this will be a very good proposition. Juma. Ghana finance ministry ene Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo a odwen on mine ho no de o ahihye o mode ko IMF no ebeboa Ghana because IMF no every country most countries are members na so we member organization mo na so we feel say ene COVID aba kodiewo ana your friend say Ukraine war so aba ana abe suppress the world economy today na so we call na ka kire mo say me nuanom yi menso no menemo ene bobra enti no enei monfa sika ma sika mi kwako di o manumu se ne Mahama dis kan wo nanum a okope de enkohye nkwaso ase no we sika okodi nanum sika odiko akko make sure say the average Ghanaian no eho betom the average Ghanaian no ebe timi akoso anya light electricity se ne enyan se ne obi betimi akọ adwuma aye se ne enei media houses yetimi bie 24 hours barber shop otimi bie enya kakra akona no if any say entertainment houses se see no Ghana economy even though the world is actually facing the challenges you will find that every sector of the economy is actually growing at a rate of 3.2%. Even at the time the world is actually contracting.
Mr. Boateng, ne kwakra ne say me pese me hu say ebeboa na emboa ebe solve your problem no.
I think say this program that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is actually putting Ghana through is going to help and solve many of the challenges that we do find ourselves under and brought on by COVID and the Ukrainian war.
Me that's it. Sabato.
Nana.
Me pese me hu say do you think he say IMF yo mo kwai? A bit to me as of a current economic crisis I will Ghana and a bit to me as of now.
Oh, well, yeah, we welcome the news of going to the IMF, but they left it late. All the same, Oshe, Yesika Sema, and many yana, you're sure say BSK, IMF for bit me the Amaya Masa, Amenana, or Mukriti 2 or 2020, no, to me after then. Yeah, but having said that, a idea yenya discipline, ewe yesika. And I don't mean chata play anyhow, and fed to find you. Emphasize our Brunin Concord, just like that. Yeah, at the discipline, ebebe yesika semo. So depending how mobile that's it doesn't take so smooth to say, oh, qua a intentem. It take best 6 months any idea. But said you can, a good move. Just say they have left it late. Now, Omahobra, Omo say no more, mammy, Moma Betty so. Omon person, Omenimbu as they say, Omo, yes, as if say IMF, your bosom, who call her no match, say, who just IMF never be a cocra. And tia buy, no, I shall almost watch it. But yeah, dear, you say, the papa, every film about because IMF no. Ebe protected abano amanetimi asebu ye person kakrama ye se said the American own to kwa obetimi ate nipa adwuma wɔ na so Flaster Jubilee House presidential staffers a wɔn yɛ adwuma wɔ hɔ a ebinom kora wɔ ha se pen keke no mu pagya no hɔ ne atua wɔn ka no ni na ebetimi ate so but minua Kwame mesrew kokofa ye budget finance minister budget ya ɛwɔ hɔ currently the okoye no just last time ya ansa na oba be new one ebe kohwe me say aban ba yesika aka ne nsa ya generate aka ne nsa 500 billion Ghana cedis entime mfa wo nkwa akire kura me ma wo say last year 2020 yenya 47 billion Ghana cedis in terms of your revenue you generate here. 2021 yenya 55 billion Ghana cedis in terms of your revenue you generate here. And is a would 4 years a twam de akwaka ho a sa sika ya me kan ubenya we euro bonds so ya generating na aka ho bi. So perhaps me crampo no maja obi wum. So go and do your homework. Enya bibia na ye kan wo radio we so a ye boa ade no wunim. And so now wo ka say
Sabato.
Minia.
Ye na chaso me ma
Me chaso. Medical for the importance of the going to the IMF no. The ebetimi the abre. Thank you. All those because any option there because omo say no ma omo disika no even cover disika kra ye de ma ye kro omo di kwame tiwa on the order so refer say ma disika no omo mfere ade o NPP for the man so omo mfere ade ne chi omo kra no omo pe bebi ayi afa because and dey when Ghana ni be na enim say mo ba ye sika yi ma ye do basa mo ankasa mo de aye mo hu ye na ma ye shepe na mo te ho so clearly no we munya de a ende we have moved on from this kind of politics say no be a comfort because momo de en egba say ye PDS say ye galam say excavators amoamu sisi ye toma mo ho ebesin de bibia free member say ye boss scan name them just name them PDS a Japan deal nini na ya de a asomo kon wa de to nti ende de ye mbeka say NDC ni bi ye comfort that be isi ade mo na mo wo so 6 years ni and amode akodish baby amode akoyi obi akran promises say all the resources you have no mobile this are the clear you are the super incompetent everybody knows miniaba
me that say mama nko me next question so etie for wow person wo kire wadwe nkire no ye studio number ne ye 0208 133 5876 0208 133 5876 nti obetimi afre na yaje waje ntre Kwame Boateng me pacho wo na me pese mi bisa se wo se wo ko IMF a eya na conditions bebre e wo ho do you think say mo kwa betimi aba se free SHS no like omo ntwem
I think I'll have to also address this. Sabato, so to input our good yourself. So to input go any. I don't think say you jai emano it can be keke. The IMF no, you don't just get up and go to IMF say okwako diska for him to have said they've left it too late. So otiho na say bibia o you don't just get up and go to your friends to the hospital. You will have to wait until say something at Chima and some other hospital. And you know the timing is correct because I think that Nanado government and then friends like Ken Oforiatta leading the finance ministry. You know, I think that they managed to steer the economy in the right direction and in the right way for a very long time to make sure say the shocks of Ukrainian and then the COVID will not affect the country or destabilize the country so much. But we still find say it's affecting almost every country, and you know that is normal and it's expected for us to have gone to IMF. Now, in terms of the flagship programs, also free SHS, planting for food and jobs, one district, one factory, friends, and the infrastructure, roads, and then Okofa, Kumasi Road, you will see, say, the asphaltic overlay now Kosopa, and it's not going to stop. I will tell you this: no part of the government flagship program will be put to a stop, and you have to understand the differences between the Nkwasomna Mahamadie Komu 2015 to this particular program. Muhammad Yeko in Kwasomu because no worry namna kadompe. In this instance, we are going to IMF because of COVID and the Ukrainian war, the shockwave that it has created across the globe. Ghana is not an exceptional case. Even Africa, Kenya.
Hold on 1 minute. I'm no back checking in computer and say ebia messages be banty and mommy feedback or studio has say obia de in your message be pamucho. Thank you. So
Right. And you know, oko baby to say a friend Kenya or more omako IMF. Cote d'Ivoire, next door, Cote d'Ivoire, they've also gone to IMF. Rwanda, Ethiopia, Senegal, Uganda, Seychelles, Mali, Cameroon, Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, and Mozambique. So the list actually goes on. And these are all factors that have affected these countries as a result of COVID and then the Russian-Ukrainian war. And you know, let's not think say there are two 2015 and then this present moment is the same. Tama yewe namono emane card don't pay idum so emene Ghana no. It's not the same thing. And you know, none of the flagship programs the president have held will be affected by this program. And I think that everybody should have Manusin. Wa uba echo secondary school and also uba eba secondary school. As long as nanado edaso eye man penny, rest assured say uba no be school for free. One
ewo ho eno wo ho na say IMF ne ba na ye ka say
that is what I'm trying to explain. Said the IMF program your friend is saying Mahama de Ghana koye no is totally different. Ono echo for policy credibility. Now that time normal renam no amanaka dompe. This time it's a different case. It's a shockwave. Say because of the COVID and then Ukrainian war, the government revenue so unya not ultimate cost service your debt. It's not coming in. Into the IMF program is just to help to service the debt. It's not to help for expenditure. Mahama time it was money from IMF for expenditure. So I tell you, in this case, no, because of the COVID and Ukrainian war, the revenue say you collected we are not getting it. We need the money to shore up, but it means that no program will be cancelled. Infrastructure, say your road, rest assured those roads will be completed. So we free researchers and about free researcher. Rest assured the ubano ebetwaso. Say your friend is saying planting for
hold on, Obia Maline, so my main farming getting back to you. Hold on, why?
Mati.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Pacha, why can say top online radio UK ni? Why can say?
Mr. Pacha, Masakwa na free. Wahima na Yansen. Get that was the brain. You do not power on the top online radio. Go di. Yada mini ano minusa o mokan ho minu di charge na di no yada o munyi na say. So be actually na agene with the opinion I like those is everybody's got one. And yeah for say me teach na me na afenu no be actually na agene. Na maybe say the year kan yeke I am a fine me fatima o okay. Media me imagine and I say the me client I say me NDC ni na me NPP ni. Me fa show we pray. Me just a good citizen. It's maybe the kakra ha me say ebra no na be di adi what can say me say Ghana you maybe a yetizikaso Now will be a typical so dear. You can cut across on ABR. I woman more on a come so maybe utilize it as canwa. That's also by is and say and you know we link us when you be the way be the bar said if we are send the other and Yama among for can watch and yes or yeah you should make it. To send Yama Yanes and Yadia name Ghana and case they call IMF. Now even trying to teach your say IMF Nayaka maybe a coming as a Ghanaian. That is reason can be a big crown as a NPP and another call IMF for. But academic let me say what IMF Nayakon, a bush and a quack. Oh, a cat and a barber to our money. But I'm a visa getting an buy and can even be a cost or made the way I'll buy a can in near the Adenaka is what to near be. Then may acquire IMF for them, IMF for them and say, look, me buy and the way I know money here. Say, my year. More share me a man as a project in Yama doesn't cost maybe I'm a diaba. But still, I mean, maybe a drill, Mr. Remo, more share me a cost for the moment with car. I'm going to do more things. But I said, the IMF has sent me a car, you could probably see a bear, they said that is a problem. I problem is so, we have a bear capital minus. And you know, they are sending me and work hours like a drama.
Oh, I need to me waste time. I mean, you are no because only me and you know, Marcasa. NPP organizer, NPP UK organizer, no, or see, omo dear, the omo kwa, omo dise, omo ko because crisis are omo inyano, due to COVID-19, any Ukraine for war, no. Na NDC for the normal bounty, and omo koye.
Many of my current answers for the Abaya by the Siswa. Problem of the challenge of the face, but with a crisis manner. Oh, obviously, a crisis manner because challenge be a by the face, piano to the a challenge man. A challenge, a crisis. Oh, there is a difference between crisis and pandemic. It is some of me a shard in the can. Oh, it is all cool idea. There are near good idea because crisis is there. Will be a crisis. And if I challenge a problem from the other crisis. And so the idea that a challenge is what I saw the other thing and do a war and queer and to be so power. It is that alone. It's a crisis. Oh, so there's a difference between crisis and pandemic.
Matse Brakwame, yet that's anyone doing Trem say. Jawa ne ube jina ye fidie so amana ye
life pa
God bless you. Bye.
God bless you all.
Okay.
Bye.
Ohima intino me wrap up on. I think Openi Aobasono, he said something very interesting, and I think that he recognized the challenges that we find ourselves. But one thing that he missed is the fact that COVID-19 was a pandemic. You see, COVID-19 wasn't a crisis; it was a pandemic, and the pandemic that shut down the whole world. You know, it did shut down the whole world. I mean, it feels it's a long time ago, but it's not. It's only 2 years ago when you could not fly, you could not even get out of your own house, let alone travel on public transport and even fly to a different country. Until it was a pandemic, it did shut down the whole world and it did shut down every economy. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Nyame Enhyira, said he had the foresight to say all the people, our people that could not even work, they were fed. Before pandemic hit Africa, the whole world thought say Africa there, because we didn't have the healthcare supported. But
just 1 minute, not we not Sabato.
Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo say, or drink Ghana for whom kind. I can't say I care for the good people of Ghana. I will support the good people of Ghana. Say Anka UK and a free electricity tariff your friends utilities, we would have been in a better position. But unfortunately, it was Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the visionary, that actually foresaw that to make sure say Ghana for me your friends say Nana or take a cross at the end.
Sabato Said so Abem Said Mipacho Meje wa jintre.
Well, Nana, what was that? Maka me ma figures be my culture was say covered in a buy no. Only this year, a free January to March, and a government went to me and a target of Sikan or Washe. We Sawoshe, we are a ye any kutami. Ghana Web. This was published on Monday, 17th January 2022. Yeah, and then all was it GRA.
Hold on, why? We'll be able line so my main friend, hold on. Hello, good evening. Top online radio so now free. Pacho why na say?
I me na me kase free landing. Tembia me no him twati. Commander Koso no me dem madwe me say I think the government is spending too much and they should sacrifice. Why? We think that the level of salaries are buying to politicians. No, the finances of the country cannot sustain it. Come to talk the level of salaries of MPs, ministers, their allowances. Yes, it require inconvenience allowance. I stand for correction. Fat salaries and allowance and ex gratia. Anything cabra or man who call we hear me. Is it a strange thing saying Cabana say? Why ex gratia no yes crapono? All politicians who should retire on their state pension. All these allowances, inconvenience allowance, we are scrapping because the country's finances cannot sustain that. So now Aketiano, young pattern to 30% of what they are taking now. And in case I say, yeah, we may not even need to go to IMF. But for NPP and NDC, the government cannot afford this. We are not living within our means. Yeniska and Sekoa Bosnia Edebeto V8 MPs. What does it mean? We are not living within our means. And I think, sir, if we cut this cost now, we may not go to IMF. Madam Asi, maybe Jama or Pamfona or Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, bringing to you. That's it. Say what friend and watch the watching. Yeah, that's it. Bye.
Okay, Ohima, so as I was saying,
Me so where we you, Mr.
Oh, ultimate not me na on through that's into
hold on, why?
Okay, Martin.
Obi abala this unti my main family pacho. Hello, good evening. Top online UK ni pacho why na ka say?
Bremo Hiniba Boache.
Hey, Hiniba Boache, ati say you.
Radia Domboko, Mibo Abaso ne, our Beja Force, or more what did you on the Yanko Punsha?
Yeah, that's you, yeah, that's it.
Nah, this and the discussion, idiot. About to catch it, wa macranke.
Oh, say.
Nah, the Nenia Bren, we are okay. I am a free. What you have to see a coy, ye.
Ah, no, the audio to say, and you only to me say, Momo say, no man bounty no more coin.
Oh, the Nimi Mahama time. Na Sambria, Eco IMF with COVID by ye. Sabato Busanze, NDC time, Moko IMF, not pandemic, Biaba, na BBSD. Na BBSD, Omoko G, Sikano, Eddie Berry confirm, Tinchinga. And omoko jizi kana omodebeye and so nanado with pandemic by when you ma ya ye Ghana kwe akwanya ye school dan ya ye si and you ma e koso Ghana and the IMF we are e ebeboa o man ni nyina and you ma ye de gu akwamu a ye de ko IMF no enye bi ni Mahama dia omoko ye no. And no, that time, no, Sika Omokoji, no, Omo de Berry confirm what they are there. But this time around, no, Sika na said the more ye copeno, ye di babe yo money ye, semestre, Sabato, and then you were Macranke, yes, Uncle Trep, you know, and a divu.
Oh, Manyesa, yadasi no wadu insurance no. Yameboa. Exactly next. Oh, no croko.
Ohima.
Bio, and Pacho, who say yes, I eat in a so.
But Said obey man of Wakasa because if you see.
Oh, now I drew me so. Who kasa we na call bam, men kasa impo. So I then why do you think it's a kasa? And some no ya kana one more amuntimenti na. Me ka say we na our colleague wa free ya or kasa man be kasa plank yam so wa free. And the traso sa wo free up ya kana say nana. Minu yi ka say nanka me ka kire wo say o ka say covered ne ba nti ya ntimi an target your revenue meboa and na make actually say it's only January March minimum the beba minimum the June ending of June year twam ya minimum the beba because ya na 3 months na mom yantie the me say 17th of January 2022 yantie the Ghana GRA omo na ye Ghana Revenue Authority omo na jeje ye bibia omo say Ghana exceed revenue target with 265 million. Ghana ye exceed your target in total no yenya 57.72 billion Ghana cedis. Which I was say your target no na ye 55 yenya extra. Enti anya dia covered in by 2021 your target ye BT 2020 your target ye BT which I was say covered no anya effect our your revenue you generate so ntimi perhaps uncle reckon of Riata Rankasa budget page 332 ne 321 ubehu sa no ya mebobo so yi ewo ho so just go home do your research go to your own finance minister's budget and come out next week and come and prove me wrong mentra on enkasa me meeting fie na mekasa me baby awoti awo kasa de na mo me nuaba ebiemu so no covered na mo koye no covered ba ye no amana ne fu anja mo kwawo enam covered ninti ena Oforiata beka kire ye last week a parliament say they have mobilized 19.8 billion Ghana cedis and o ma spend 12.4 billion Ghana cedis sanya covered na IMF for sika o mo de ma 2 billion nka mo benya no wahin enya covered nka mbako Ghana Bank of Ghana ho say ya print 20 billion Ghana cedis mamo sanya covered nka ma sika o jan wo futo mu nka mbako akoyedi sanya covered nka European Union for be ma sika almost 650 million euros sanya covered nka mo ba bie foto ato so amanfo enye donation eno kra mo nya ho accountability nkire Ghana for so perhaps covered ne ba ye no edisika brem covered ni ti na wiasa mamafo na ebrem sika but tamani e wodum so na amama na hu say dum so mene ye no why na bere ye sika and nana ansana mekono ye call IMF 2015 no sika say na IMF for the maye omuma ye 900 million and do 1 billion na covered by IMF for the mam within 2 weeks no ansana ye mam 1 billion aka ho no I'm talking of 900 million 900 million no omo fa maye at a go 1 year bia no omo maye 300 million the last amount mo na mo beje ye mo ba ye ne aye nhyehyɛ ye na to ho say ye free mu 2018 mo ba ye na mo de 1 year bebe ka ho and na mo je ho sopro na mo sa di ye and you are here talking about say as if say BBS enye dabi obi anim say covered by ye pandemic enye Ghana nkwa na strike mu strike ada oman so na mi nuane say kasa no say oh na Ghana de pandemic ne by na na do bone ho mbodi nti no nipa enwu yanhwe ye na be say Nigeria population chen ye nipa enwu wo Ghana omo chen Nigeria in terms of population so we mathematics in terms of percentage Ghana nipa wu eja chen Nigeria Ivory Coast nipa ewu ewo Ghana chen Ivory Coast so perhaps no and that be different maybe about me Ghana or
Sebastian okasa na article obi ante onka But yeah, I mean, I think say as some are can and they say Mahama has been incompetent manager of the economy.
I didn't say Mahama has been incompetent.
It's okay. I understand your
Mahama has been incompetent.
You know, you will struggle to compare apples and oranges. And you know, it's okay. For a very long time, where your friend is saying Mahama was vice president to being the president of the republic. You know, you mentioned your friend is saying Dumso. Dumso was a creation of the Mahama's government.
How was it a creation of Mahama?
Inability
Why?
to pay creditors.
How?
You know, if he was able to pay creditors, he was able to pay for crude that was coming in to power some of these plants or gas. Because at some point, gas importation from Nigeria was actually stopped because of your lack of payment. And your leadership, your friend said, Dumso became a fashionable name because the youth could not even find a job to do. Under your leadership, we had, your friend said, something called Unemployed Graduates Association. You know, the youth could not find anything.
They are all formed by the NPP.
Nanado has come.
They are all formed by
in one go. Not in any country have we actually had over 100,000 your friend is saying graduates being employed in one go. So as I said, it tells you something. Say this is a country that is going somewhere. We've actually placed the youth into jobs. There's railway lines that is being built across the country. This is something that will save the country a great deal. I think when it's about you should be praising the good works of the president for how good he has managed the country up until today. Luckily, you don't know what goes on back home. But me sure say report about how good the country is being run under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, as opposed to your friend saying the incompetence period of President.
Nana.
Because you went off, I was helping him wrap up. Into nothing said. You said
to wrap up.
Yeah, Nana.
Hold on, no be friends. Mami funny pan and get back to my wine pamoche. Hello, good evening. Top online radio UK name. Pacho wine I can say. Pacho mau kasanin kosro kakra.
Yeah. If I tell you. If I Mr. Andrew, if I say South London.
Say Andrew.
Pacho
yetio.
Million how far more time with this topic, but the little contribution now, and say, I said, though me NPP, now, NDC the IMF, the IMF. Now, it's a battle my mind say your tackle, NDC what the energy. That you say, what the energy. Because of pandemic. I mean, come on. IMF is IMF. We're done. Yeah, let's eat humble pie. Now, you're don't say you're blocking your way through. As a political party, government in power. But you're not the day at the let's say, so at NDC. So your politics here, honestly, I beg to differ. I say, where you were killed today, in being NPP, I think, because I am a big imagination. So, you're near your happy. Now, maybe you're dreaming. And you're saying now, maybe you're poor, and you're not to do, I'm in uniform. So, you're near to criticize the NDC. IMF and India, yes, you big deal, something for you. Let's eat humble pie and let's the sleeping dog lie.
That's it. I hope it's any outcry and almost by Tino as for me. That's it, baby, and what God bless you. Bye bye. Pacho meet you.
Nana. Mentimi no say what me can because my line call off.
As I was saying, no, Sabato, line call off. It was none and the call off. Into no.
But some na call off now make us say one na catch am say make us akuro obi ante ana.
No, make a show. Into me moderating man because you were speaking.
Off when you are not today na dream now.
Yeah, no kasa na catch am say make us akuro obi ante but everyone say
what I said me say o kasa nana ante because nana.
Oh there, mame land wahala meka ye call IMF sika omode maye. It was $900 million. Yamfa ma ye preko penso. Year bia no mama ye $300 million. And until na meka kire say COVID di kra ebo Ghana no. IMF of one ma ye $2 billion.
And then they was me who ben what can say and then they will figure no what say IMF now to me what figures be I meaning baby
me figures ni na no me bobo free finance minister ankasa budget statement e da ho ame no wo kasa o hwe appendix 233 ubehu this figures in now hono yamba fidie so keke se ye baba be kasa keke na yako we no no a public document
1 minute na me pa so mu ye okay your time me no apa ho 12 minutes producer abema your time kakra Mr. Boatin mu ye okay
and see I started one time until no I was for my extra
no problem pa so
Ofele sa my last caller ya was omonye den NPP should eat the humble pie na omombra from ma mismanage economy no upon see a jam extra 2 oil field ye so bu dum so ma mo ye de car power ni Ameri ba ni nua ka say o kasa bebre e de mo nto Ameri ni car power na mo fa
Facebook obi send message say baby or one ya dum so by 2 days ni o ja ya na wa ba live or betie
sanity and ya the Ameri and cap amama kasoma kachre say ya jamo excess capacity of 2,500 enti ye ne e bomoka enti ende de samomo obi da dum so mu a nam eye mo ankasa mo missing competent no na amani panada because ya wo excess capacity wo ye ne ba ye no ne ni bi wo ya papa akofo ba ye no akoso mo wi ye no okofa asofo se ye nkobo mpa ye na nsuo nto that's the only thing he could do by mama ba ye no a ye face challenge no eno ti na me ye de Ameri ba ye de car power ba ye
ye na for one see
ye wi ye ne so let's invest. The biggest factory ya invest sika wo me 1 billion atuabo gas plant yes here no so esi ho ya wo under the COVID program and ye dey ye terminal 3 any procuracy interchange mu na ye kwati scatter one ma ye dey ye kumasi kedetia oh this day here no
hey do boy
what NPP for Asamba dia beka on beka say eya no credit
nyina o boa
but eya no rabi me agrona me no
so say MP for
sika mokoje ye koje 2015 for IMF no it wasn't 900 million
oh
it was 918 million because the bia no o start on some na
Mr. Kwame Boateng Mr. Kwame Boateng
918 million
Mr. Kwame Boateng
almost $1 billion 18 men
Mr. Kwame Boateng
now 18 million and now come what the end.
Oh, back on one person at a time.
18 million on Mahama ne pocket money now.
918 now can and no 1 billion.
It's almost 1 billion. What's 900 million? It's 118. 18 billion. And no come create loot and share no one.
Create a loot and share. Mumbu come
I can't go the one. No,
Yana
time.
Or him, I can't more pencil be man no nothing.
Sabato, pensio binum, I mean, this question. So,
let me they say you are uncomfortable leader, remember. Oh, what the 80 million no at the share a Mahama bottom say 100 million. Yes, no, no,
na me ka to say de nana Kwame Boateng aban de wasaye ba ko ni say wa mortgage
no also share in common as be man or him. I say
ye bibia e wo bia
yen chaso
what the 80 million at the count na Mahama ne recruit and share.
One kasa bi mu
me ya wa some the obeka no na was
mentie no na yentie no sai dey no ne mic
mama ni so bi no sai food friends fifre to
sai da anya nda wo ma yen kase yenye programming me
basa men kasa bi asa o me kasa no me so how do I know
yes say there one person at a time kuntie me quiet
na me ye di o because wa mama ankasa me ye ni I'm good on this
me ni bi we yes na wo de aye me na
but it shouldn't be that we were having a good conversation. It's supposed to follow that way and na me kasa na o ba mu abi na wo wa na wa try to ho e wo wa na wa try to ho figures na me kan no e wo no go and check your own finance
so be kasa me
18 million at the shop to it's not a small money.
It's a one let me na me question no.
Mateo
they say no NDC ko IMF and NPP for so almost so. Does it mean say mu mienu NDC ni NPP ni nyina mu ni solution bi ade magana economy na mu mienu nyina mu ni ade papa bi aye maye because obi akobi
no, I think say your friend say you should look at the context and the preamble as in why NPP went to Ghana Airco.
Text messages.
And Mr. I think say you share ade poti a woman tia nana adodanko akufuado your friend saying nyame edene ode nyame ashe no a enuti no ode Ghana Airco IMF. It's not the same as say obi a wari Ghana sika edimu 18 million kwa afa ho say 900 million instead of 918 million when you 18 million ato nchen ede awoda na taso hwe na nado kwa ode ye kwa IMF no. It's as a result of the war in Ukraine. It's as a result of the COVID could the war abe saying ewiase nyina ekom. You know, the World Bank aka say this 2022 the world's economy will drop by 2.9%. It should tell you something. You know, the hardship ye woman is across the globe. There's no country because they are not touched. And then offer a friend is a 100 pounds crumple now they call your favorite supermarket crumple now. I am going to tell you, say your spending power a year ago is not the same as today. And you know, it tells you that the whole world is in economic hardship. Right. And Nanado's plan is to make sure that every Ghanaian life is precious. He wants to make sure that he safeguards. And programs are making free SHS program. Say a year and Kwalako school. I think one thing that you should be rest assured that it will continue. Road infrastructure air cost and there will be a backyard a number uko Ghana say alpha ukasa across and do 10 minutes. And those infrastructures will continue. Your friend is saying planting for food and jobs air cost it will continue. NAPCO program Ghana is still going on and it will continue. Teachers training allowances are Mahama friends Yanom Adaroma Umuchemu. It will continue. Nurse training allowance Yanom Echemu say Omu NTO it will continue. So what I say and the person can say Ghana should be rest assured say every program that we are enjoying today, the social interventions nanke was say the social democratic mpo and omodebano NPP Adaroma Nana Adodawo Adankwa Adaroma or the Aba is here to stay. As long as Nanado Edas will remain the president of the Republic in India, none of these programs will go anywhere. Into Ghana, Nibia, and
Sabato, what's your take on this?
Well, the make say NPP for say the kind or more IMF no a different headlines and or more deco. Na omagina COVID so and omagina Ukraine war so. And I yansu busa say na Ukraine war ne COVID no. Ghana nkwane affect yana. Uhwe ye neighbors ya. Yankwana ye ho kire ye inflation rate wasoro. Ye dollar to CD wasoro chen omo de. Ye fuel price boy din chen ye neighbors ni na de. So clearly no leadership weakness be ababebi. Ebiama mi no ejina so me say Senya COVID ya and Kawunya 19.7 billion Ghana cedis. I also are spending 12.4 billion Ghana cedis. Ofakatrep a parliament for. And the Yayi Nipa say 7.3 na ayirano. Wamonkwano shembre to speaker aka finance a committee. Any health committee abom say omonkwano ye hwehwemu no omfa report mbra October mu. So you are telling me say COVID in by na sika we na wenya enye COVID sika we na no menuaba enka wonya. So for us we all know say COVID is a pandemic hate will be but Ghana dey yafa COVID no kra ayeye yafa COVID no ho anya sika
ya na for one see
oma wo mutu kwan kra no omo ye sa test no wo airport ho no oma gi sika yi na di nini na ya amanfo into amanfo benefit menuaba the ayamsu ya catcher when they say about when ya bank was would dear drew baby resources about where ye no it me a share so for years to come it me ya nupa bebre na previous years no say ba me ka say unya 37 billion Ghana cedis e betimi ya do carriage we e besisi hospitals na wa ba na unya sika e chen sa adenti na untimi fa yende de wasa wo ye agenda 111 aban a promise yes because say COVID aban COVID is ikabia mujidi hospitals am promise Ghana for say mubesi no eno de mo ansi COVID ba ye every hospital senya John Dramani Mahama Adawroma enka hefa ne befa moto ho na mo promise hospital 88 mansi ba kokra ena mo de akwa agenda 111 ebesi same no wukasai ebesi nne me se mo no fere na mo fere mwani na enwu ade because you claim say Ghana no ya modia enu ntinu mo ya bibia mo hu ne se mo na mo teso nti obi antimi kan afọ ana mo de akwa kwahye bebi ayewe mabon
say mami nko be next question so nti wo bibia wo rapi apa na wasan e de abem Kwame Boateng we de wadaro ma o me bisa because aye nsema nkrofo bi se bisa say Nanado kra no finance minister onyi nede enti san krofo na omo kire omadwen se finance minister omunyi nede no wadwen kire ne san woni omo ya ade adwen ana wadwen kire wo se finance minister no obo edwuma yie oni omo ya adwen se yen sake no ana se onkoso anye na edwuma ne oye no we are happy with it wadwen kire ne san mute why you na mute
Right. I think a man for actual Madrian, and Nyansa also the Nibaku for 3. Fortunately or unfortunately, no, we have an executive president. The only person that can hire and fire a minister is a president. And if the president, in his wisdom, feels the finance minister is delivering on promise and some of the flagship programs and taking us through IMF, no, he feels he's the best person to do it. I don't actually see a new person who will change the direction somewhat because the finance minister does not work in isolation. And he has the economic management team that he works with. And I think is it the prerogative of the president to hire and fire any minister at his will? And I don't think we should be too much worried or dwell on it, because what the president have set out to do, no, I don't think any finance minister coming in would sway it. If you look at it, the COVID scenario situation, and then the Ukraine and Russian war will not. No finance minister will be able to have a direct influence on that. And I think the president, in his wisdom, if he feels that he should continue.
Thank you so much. Sabato, why didn't you anything? Why didn't you say Papa no yengi nedi? And I say on woho.
Oh, one of the senior way cry by na nanka wakodada. Would you say Nimiane president? If we are sorry. Then yet the Abai Kranka was a one Ukrainian you can see a pantino, first of all, to be a finance minister. Because Nimian a president. There is no way in the real say a democratic way that Obi Befani also one year finance minister.
Ah, that's about to not sending me and Uncle Why not better say Wunia?
Me say a real Sibuha, who bet me the Wunia a defense secretary and a defense minister. Why?
What is the difference?
Because of a conference of interest, a nepotism.
That's a conflict of interest. Now, cannot baby or didn't bush any the same thing. So why?
No, defense minister. Come on, you papa for by an hour day at the 4 year defense minister. Obia Kasa. Because a ho, Sikabi any ho. When you want a gun, a Sikasam, Oshaso, cannot for your buyer. Kind of a finance minister. What Jilo Magana was in the data bank in the Siajinemuno. He has gained $159 million within 6 years. Loans are what did they? The profit
Sabato
$159 million. Adena media make Casabia. Adena make Casabia having to make.
Thank you.
Oh, in trouble on your main person.
Only producers, I think it's time you guys need to come in and help us. Wouldn't say figures here, maybe way now. And your public documents, a German one say when you work as a mutual. Me say, since Kenoforiata become a finance minister, Yakwaje Banga, Yakwaje Bisiagana or Jibisiamaya, Nebangino, and this year our percentage. When they say data bank,
but is he not competent to be a finance?
Oh, Mr. Boy,
is he not competent? You are telling me, say, Nanado, funny cousin, I
don't know. I don't know why. I don't know how you have choose.
Is the gentleman not Ghanaian enough?
I don't know why you have choose to do this kind of politics.
Finance
but why?
Sabato or Harding in photo face, yeah. Sabato see a flooded.
Sabato they say
if the person is qualified to be a finance minister, nothing should stop or nothing should impede.
Okay, I won't take you far. Just early this year, our prime minister, our outgoing prime minister, he wanted his wife to go and work at the foreign ministry.
He wanted his wife and then only 2 years saying.
Not to a person in foreign ministry. A year, obey any 100,000 pounds. Yamfa Jumana money, you say a foreign ministry, you know. On me, money getting there should be conference of interest. Minia, me say, and maybe it's only Ghana and finance minister there, first of all, Nandi Kwasanka, a Hornomonanka, Nanado Deneko, by Nanado Catcher say, Tamano or sponsor party, no be any more shade, and it's ordinary for 2 hours, and Nanado craft and our uncle. Nanado friend Sabrana Montrasi, cabinet friend Canoporiata, one Osware ano wa share white no ye quotation kwa ene wode akwa akwa aha no wono wa gain say poto ene wote wa ye entino dia meka nyane say enya meba enya kanofori atankwa the economic management team na omoka say what a solid team na Professor Jamboaten Alan Chramate Dr. Wusu Akoto and those who need nano e was so omugu sa team no na Baumiano na one the head of the economic team no were resigning from the economic team. Baumia need to resign. Kanoforiata the ono there was so fire no by president want to mean fire Adwa Safu ade. Obeden wa fire Kanoforiata. The president cannot fire Kanoforiata because dealing in now omuye boom. Na president want to mean fire Adwa Safu ano. Minister wa chairman oni aye that should be a secretary anika. President intimi nyina di no obeden wa yi Kanoforiata ni nuadi enu ti ne aka se na practice the munya no okọ usi watermelon atre ma esi ye na duty free shop ni na do baba ne dia na do baba ne dia one on ne ko tanda do bus ana we na eya amonya research kakranti ya ka na maka bia to so ama
na also oya ma show enu de once some o kai intro we kai
na okay me dey my assignment next week just go just
stop this your friend is saying
just go and do your homework me say also say this about to say do to free shop watermelon training na no na Akufo-Addo ne baba dia. Go and do your homework and come and check. No, na. We mu anya de foforo. I had that nipa bebre nim je am say wunim we. So clearly no. Kanoforiata should go and go. Where e na Boris Johnson eko. Boris Johnson eko because of say obi our appointing to the government no. Now in terms of sexual harassment what was our problem no e wo ho. Enti ye ka kire Boris say nipa ya wo appointing no ni suban ni Boris amfi and was akwakwa sa de ni biom enti abaya no Boris I take responsibility adan na do ne ba we are all take responsibility
me part Orlando na mem say me be come next question is because
me landi dia me person me can say it's high time as somebody somewhere the yen NPP before ka kire say the akosu ni no mo de omonye boni bia na a pandemic Ukraine war no na akosu they need to take some responsibility.
CCI me my dreams ready any near me as a lay person cry me nka mambo no hono eya koye say yes spending e Ghana no also senior yenya. Don't you think it's said near my bit to say as gracia any salaries be uncle for GGI and who here no? Yes, properties are the ending enough. You was said that you be economy like Yesika send me a home behind. What do you think? Maybe to say as gracia, Sanya money in I say ye to me chim. So moon chim crown be reduce Sikana. What do you think? Buy a wine high.
I think Sabato cancer Amanaya. If you really want to talk about your fellow say cases are map will be a resigner. Anka Mahama dear, Anka Nikwan say ye bought Ghana Mampeni Asem Crampa or Ben cry. Because under Ono Anna Yonkofo or mom contract smarties Bars Brandon. So what here 3.6 million cedis to Jifa Ativo. I mean, it was very shameful. And that this same person, Jida scandal by ding. And I said, the referee sat down so there. And I fought now or Koji as your friend is saying as gift for Burkina Faso embassy war yetoye. Unkwane timi ebecho Ford say J now the Mampeni Ghana si Kenya na was a magic Ford bribe. Maybe I can't a friend is a presidential fleet. I don't hear friend say come Ben Kwan a deal. Well, and your friend say Alfred Woyome and no cry about year Woyome, Gagantuan or one chindi. So all of these things had gone on under me bow also question here there.
Hey, Yami is about to, and then they were hard you. Kwame Boateng. The question in the say, me my dream through. On my no, I say, yeah, expenditure. Was through. Saying near yenya, sika yenya no, you're spending more than near yenya.
Okay.
Let me put it this way.
Right.
And don't you think he say, BBT say, as Gracia say, yen chim, that's one chim pan, come reducing the crowd more than 50%. And as our fat salaries be uncle for BGG, yen reduce, and if possible, chim. Why didn't you anything?
Okay.
That said about your money and hope he and can weigh in way you are born where I saying in a
Yanum.
Okay, I know my for.
Minias about to name Crawford. Yanum Tama
Rebecca.
Yanum
to NPP, NDC, and our MPP. Who can't your board or NDC for my animal dear?
Okay. So
what's the one of Rebecca?
Well, Yanoma Daroma. You see, when government put a very good and credible policies on the table, not almost afahun, not almost to whom I am here. This e-levy, if I'm saying, Nana Ado Danko Kufuado, opinion, Kessie, I will drink question. I can't say, Sika, any transactions, business, uncle for a year. It's not captured in the tax bracket. Yen bring it all of it in line. In the government meeting at kakra. Every these online transactions so the abwa economy. Yanum so monti be that.
Monti be they still say abaswa ma mo jeje nti oni kwa
as part of it, the rates say the toast you reduce, right? The thing about this levies is that we as a country we do run deficits. Manage countries infrastructure work, any for instance social intervention programs as in free estate. Oh, to say in Puntunyuma, to say a lot of coin asphalt, government any free SHS, planting for food and jobs. One district, one factory, one village, one dam. Those social policies say ye kasi ye beye ni nyina sika ye jeje e wo Ghana no enso ni nyina ye. Enti no as a country, unfortunately, we run into deficits every year. If say ye betimi ahwe ni ya jeje the right taxes from each and every person, I think say we will be on the right path. If anything, idea here can say salaries, ex-gratia. I didn't know ex-gratia. Me, I'm not a member of parliament, and ex-gratia it goes to article. I think it's article 75 office holders. I know munya ex-gratia. 71. I know munya ex-gratia. This ex-gratia, to be honest with you, nipa homogena, because and yet nipa be brave, you know. But if as a country we feel say it's wronger. It's part of the Constitution, the Fourth Republic. And we need to go into the Constitution and review it. And yet, say you bet more.
I'm not saying say illegal, minimum, but me make her say so.
Oh, say NDC 4 year, NDC 4 year. You find say Yanum and the share Constitution. You know
what sign? So. Then our boy.
So don't know. So event saying almost minimum. Yanum yan the share Constitution.
That's it.
What I say. Anything I say. A time will come when NPP as a government will come back and review the Constitution and then remove some of these nuisance and backdoors. This is shame. That's it. The battle or team.
If I told my
article 71. I know no so
time in the quantity my Sabato meet you.
Abapa me de me catch them me bra kwa me say on updating Hokakra when it come to new figures eba system numa for him to mention of Bass Branding. So for him to mention Bass Branding or me who say because Maya here na US 4% or Maya 250 million say yan fan share yen and kanim na kawo name mansa no de be maye no yan form a private company and then the cover PDS by later on US Fosika omode share 250 million no omodo omade ekwa because yantimi organize private company and you are here talking of Bass Branding. We are talking of 250 million US dollars. So perhaps in a normal be Obana one beka oba ya can say nana sesa de wo kano ye nisika oman no ye wosika nemo mbesi aba NPP aban ya agba ma amene ye kon no ye interest ye low interest no ne bo no wosoro nana this year in kwano ye loan interest almost 46 billion Ghana cedis and ye revenue na ye jeje na ye target Kenoforia target about 100 billion.
Loan interest and one more causes a problem. You know, sometimes it's about to make some trasa and then for whom.
No, Cassava, we understand saying it.
Oh, okay. No, I just wanted to remind him of the incompetence that NPP inherited.
Black Army, don't expect me to say something that will interest you. We are opposite, so you should know. So you should know.
Oh, okay. Anything
no.
Yes.
No, the Americano, Dabi, the Americano, Mebuana. That's me, Pintimasio. Messi, here when Quano.
Medamase, no, Miss Abuate.
Oh, Nana, so yes, I want you fair to me. Why?
I don't say be man, I want person. I said, be a
Nana, o question now, who say, I say, ye dear Sika, ye medium. And on America say, payment interest, I bet you are your loan. And almost 46 billion Ghana cedis. Your target in Nano.
Mr. Obwa, me catch us Obwa. So I figure
ya. Than anymore.
And chrono channel and what should be saying, Mr. Matron, no make them anymore.
Nana, anything I make us say, Mebra Kwame, Uncle updating or Uncle Finance Minister, and Casa budget statement. Finance Minister budget statement. Finance Minister budget statement. Assembly making.
Near the num said, and you know, Basho him, I'll say.
Sabato na mi pisa enti the American say sikana wo kano enam say loan na o majeje ye free aban mu no na ye tua interest rate 10 billion to 12 billion a year enso ne ye nuano mu ye but and ye tua almost 46 billion a year eno keke no ekuye eno ti no say ohwa as gracia se say de na mimi nu e kan Bibia yes wo amambu mu no president in a deba. So if the president fell say Article 71 holders no I was say amend the baby and the president no ebeje to but president ya beneficiary any judiciary for
that is in the constitutional referendum. And the betting as a and yet president in the best anything in the constitution. It's a referendum that will change. No, my ninja and Tronitra. It's not the president when change the constitution. And I can't say Anka your friend is saying Anki as a constitution in abandon it's the constitution your friend is a referendum that changes part of the constitution.
Anytime, your time and up on crime to the wrap up on Ianco. Oh,
it's me wrap up no. Sabato your friend is a minuano no. Many your friend is many insano, of course. Many insano, but oba nasa betina or betina a person or betina consul a china say or two futuro egu your friend is saying a month for near meet me enter when I mention her you know Mahama oba ya obebu a mamuono for almost 5 years no obebu ye no and osan di emu so kra vice president kan ho no osai o man no etete o man no ema ne pansame ye friend say dum so emmene yenya ama factories na wo ye friend say tema enclave on no they couldn't even operate. So what I say, barber shop me makasho mako Ghana ako yimiti and Muhammad dum so am a yimiti half.
But dum so say e
Dum so eney. If I say me fi Ghana by me who say light, you doom light obe. Me who so be as a generator e wo Ghana.
And when I go Facebook, obi send any message on Facebook is say
oh. That's no be your friend say yes say wo tanfo e sawasa na wa cha. One hwe so no yin from abone kakra fa ho na or dey konanim. Enti no sa na tie enti so person Facebook could it not even be say Minus about to cry and assign the idea now. And I say, what's more, be say,
oh, they be Facebook. Your friend, I think I Gina or say,
I be a crown about to come. I catch Gina said, doom light all them now natural light and natural a picture. Aye, send the baby, I would be a Ucha your friend say lighter. Your friends won't say Ghana and I say ye cool man. It's normal. I mean, it's about to I know him. He's capable of almost everything. Osha intro award to me. Ababijina Abetina Hanum. I can't actually Ghana for. I mean, so you know, he's well trained. I must say, he's well trained. You know, but what I want to say, as I wrap up and I say, I think that every Ghanaian should be rest assured. Nana Ado Dankwa Ekufuado. Adwempa a wode aba abebu oman na okoso edibu oman na man. I think that he is leading the country in the right direction. IMF a ode ye ekono obiara enkana koma entoniyem. Ente se yanom IMF a omde ye ekohye enkwasom yimu. The manesa the biarada. What you are going to find, they say the loan that will come from IMF is only going to be used to finance our already outstanding loans. Send your beya impuntu nyumana or minor or nanado ediaba free SHS. Nyina ya som se eye adepa enti nanado ento asono. Nunti ne san eto an so for another 4 years no ebekoso. Se teacher training allowance yesi eno so eye adepa. Mahama say dada se enunti ana Ghana for yentoma na ene obetwam utwam nanado ene odiaba nursing training allowance nanado ene odiaba ye da so enjoy ene yen nuanom nkuma for omko school a ye ma omaduane edi omntimi edidi emom to omo the friend say eno so nanado say ebeto aso planting for food and jobs nanado say ebeto aso if anything road infrastructure nanado ye obia wo hu say umpeso aso ye road no kai hu say ye beto aso why so aso yen shase no kai hu say asase amato ama Ghana aba be ye kra behwe dum so de me say is a thing of the past and nanado daroma ye mabu a ye wo Ghana nya ye nyina no we will continue to work generator na ye de ye so na ye bubu ama Ghana nyina ma Ghana ye te say ye friend say nikanika in peso no is a thing of the past. Nanado Adanko Akufo Adaroma into Ghana, we are heading forward. Nobody will be left behind.
Said Sabato wrap up on my uncle.
Well, Nana, me wrap up no me the vice president homebody our born Baumia and a wrap up. Na Baumia on 24th March 2015. Emra ne kwa IMF no. Asem say no kai. Nana atomenka.
Oh, me too on kapa.
I said, Mr. Chairman, the IMF bailout was totally avoidable if the government has listened to sound advice. This from Baumia, from many quarters, much earlier, but the government refused to listen. They believe in yentie obia. Sa yakane saying, enona odibe shemu. But in all, no, Baumia sounded said because we were borrowing more money, they give us advice. And what has changed? Because Osha baby, I'm over Ghana free from 122 billion and the media do almost 400 billion. That tells you, say, clear, say, you have borrowed more than your predecessors borrowed. And on the diababe will be away. But no cram cano, and on the hard one semi or struggle to defend.
You borrowed to say, be away, no more. We borrowed for input to Juma, and to send Muhammad Dia or borrowed the Edin and Numuno. This is borrowed for
final submission.
The work is there for everybody to see.
Oh,
about to tell us, yes, the borrowing was for input to Juma, and yes, I did try a new and agree with Sabato. You found Conco reaching that.
For 2 minutes, and then your time in Akopao.
The 2 minutes.
Nana, it's okay. Your followers will be able who say, and man, so he need to. But clearly, no. Obiani and the Okogana and news to be more even Momo Kasabu Captain Smart Muna, they have witnessed huge development infrastructure. John Dramani Mahama, the LD. One Kasakra, Wakasa, we come and Kroma. Pop Republic, John Dramani Mahama, and you know, the Momokano, a fantasy. I didn't know Mubo Mutimuka Kanamoka. Yeah, like I said, yes, we can show you Terminal 3 is there. Kaswa interchange, Saki interchange, Pokuasi interchange, Maritime Hospital, Bank of Ghana Hospital, the Range Hospital, where do we not crack? Nana meba Nana and then Wama say Edulu me so dia
Pokuasi interchange, what was there? Interchange, where this cano, Ghana Sika or Manum, to say a friend, Alewa. About catch him, say, most interchange.
When we say, me buy me debating. Macabia, me, I'm a summer, but in the Kurane, dear, some mamma, the Kurane. Because yeah.
Madam,
young Tunyo from
Mama Suma, my bed for a agrono bed baby. Bedamasi semo buy yes.
Nana, mamma, maybe I say our platform is so your friend of Mama Boot, Wayad, okay, or no, why one of the NPP for Nibia, and say, and I'm some Mamboning into one tankasa or take a backbench into no Mama Boot reading, Mechiao, Odo say, oh, come, but oh, dear Mechiao.
Mama Boot, that was it. Me kwa mi woti efo bi a me pese na me michia o DJ K owo Peter Bra michia o me da wase na kwa me boachi ono so me da na se sister Gina o say me da wase na ohene ba enkosi ono so me da sintietiefo Top Online UK so na masugusu ya mutie ye brena ye be inti say yebeko nyame boa da send exactly same time yebeshia yewie nsu a yewie na me da me producer ase Edward nyame nhira wo say wotna efidie ne chinchin ma yen me da Said Sabato communication team member from NDC UK say me invite wa obaye mi wiensu akwa me boatin from NPP mano akopre me kwa me boatin a oye NPP UK branch organizer also me da say send me invite wa obaye wo first time why ade bebre ade a we ya wanya ade ne say na o Said kasa na wa distracting kakra but all the same
strategy ekwati awasa na we
why you distract me why me da si bebre send me free wa obaye I hope say you better nti no nyame boa da send exactly same time next week ye be share and I made that my boy for company is so massing mammy programming a bremo certified UK accountant UK limited obia one kasa wo company a wo here account bia no wo here accountant no de kodan omo a omo be ya ama say ye business registration say ye tax returns bibia anything to do with business bibia wo kodan omo a omo be ya ama nti so wo hwehwe omo akira kwan a omo wo backing na omo number no see ye 0208 2264 933 0208 226 4933. It's here for Medin Dinana Yangs and Madame say Motie Yang and Tingame Boa that send then so Ebesia. Bye bye.
This Top Online Radio,
the home of top Ghanaian music, news and interviews in the UK.
Stay tuned. Let's get ready.